After Cup King, Top Man, and T-Bear, we get to this one named P-Flower. Yes, these are incredibly stupid names, but then again you gotta remember this is a Game Boy game that has no dialogue or text boxes in it, so you can kinda see where Hudson Soft was going on this, and just not being clever. It was the times. P-Flower is a more annoying boss than the last three, mostly because as I was going through the footage, I noticed that P-Flower has an age-old boss fight sin in it, and that is selective invincibility. Only being able to be damaged when the boss decides it can be, because it follows something that's going to be a bit more common as the later bosses are going to show us, and that is only being able to take damage when it's in a particular form. P-Flower attacks by throwing its petals everywhere. Well, one or two petals. The petals are decidedly more annoying of a projectile than any of the others, even though it's running at about a quarter speed to something like T-Bear's direct attack. And that is because P-Flower's slow projectiles follow such predictable movement patterns that you basically just have to kite P-Flower around in giant ridiculous circles. And basically, while it does the damage job of any other projectile in this game, what P-Flower's petals actually do is restrict Bomberman's movement skills. Which is where the sprinting comes into play, because you need to move a lot faster than P-Flower in order to flank it to do damage, because you need to lay bombs near P-Flower in order to have a chance at damaging it, because like its projectiles, P-Flower also moves incredibly slowly, which means it's a lot of running, it's a lot of waiting, and it really turns into something of a weird marathon-based but frenetic boss fight that a lot of them really can't manage, because it seems to almost be an accidental design choice. Like, the mechanics seem to fit together so amazingly and coincidentally good that turns it into a weird kind of difficulty that I can't almost believe that Hudson Soft actually put this together deliberately. Like, the slow movement speed of the projectiles combined with the slow movement of the boss, it just doesn't seem like the game itself was built for this set piece, and it just kind of happened as things were being designed. It makes for something that you have to time correctly, something that you have to wait for, and something that just has that weird difficulty panache that a lot of boss fights don't, and yeah, it's literally just a potted plant, so it's not going to be memorable in the slightest, but showing us this type of gameplay, showing that it's starting to evolve from the concept, really does show that while Wario Blast is a very simplistic game with not a lot of additional features to it, what is at the core is very solid, and it's definitely a satisfying experience overall to beat the bosses in this game. Mostly because we finally get the most vital power-up in this game, and that is the line bombs. The line bombs are going to be absolutely necessary in almost every context from now on, especially in the boss fights, because you need to be able to do wide swaths of damage in order to damage bosses that have selective invincibility and can fly around the room a lot faster than P-Flower. So we're going to have to learn how to use this because it's going to start hitting the wall, and we got to be ready for that shit.